Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am Penguin,
And I am Shan.
and I would like to welcome you to MLG Shattered Temple for the grand finals of the 4th of November 2011 EU Zeke Daily, where we will be seeing in the bottom spawn location Pahjuh. I'll be trying to fool around with how to pronounce his name. He'll be playing as the Cyan Protoss.
And as far as he goes, I will simply be messing around with his name, not really trying at all. But here in the left side corner, we have the green Zerg, obviously battled quite a far ways to get here. What is his name? It is the green Zerg, Pinna.
And we haven't actually seen any of either of these players' games on the stream at all today. They are two unknowns to our viewers, unless you're friends of the two of them. But yeah, I mean, the close by air spawn position, of course, allowing Pinna to scout that base immediately. Will know exactly where Pahjuh is, and Pahjuh in turn will also be able to scout that base right around the same time. Nothing really cheesy going on in either of the bases.
Indeed. Let me just take a look at the camera of Pinna. Keep in mind that that Nexus has a slightly smaller vision range than the Overlord. That way, if Pinna is right about his Overlord micro, he can actually scout his enemy's position without ever actually knowing, giving away his own.
Interesting, I did not know that. There is this probe is going to be patrolling around in a little circle, blocking Pinna's expansion, but Pinna has gone for the spawning pool first, and we're also seeing a gas coming up for Pahjuh.
Indeed, we are. Still are not seeing what is going on in Pinna's base. He is getting that pool first build, as that pesky little probe has planted a pylon there. Pesky probe pylon that is, I love my alliteration. And he's going to steal the gas, and that is going to limit Pinna's ability to 3-gate expo in good prompt punctuality. And yeah, that's not great for Pahjuh.
Pinna opting to actually try to take down this pylon with a drone rather than just having the drone continue mining while he waits for the Zerglings to spawn. I'm not sure I like that decision, as of course he's able to whittle down that health pretty easily, but I feel like the minerals that he could have been getting from that drone mining would have been a little more helpful.
Well, you could say that, but at the same time, he is softening up the pylon for when the links get there. That is a lot less of a time that he has to wait. And if you take a look, his money's getting really high. I'm not sure he needs the mining. I think he needs to get that expo down a little bit faster.
That's true. The expo does go down, and the gas is clearly what Pinna did do is he canceled this gas and took it again, cancels it again. He's just going to be having Pahjuh whittling his way down this, whittling the health of this extractor down slowly but surely, but he's going to need to get a second unit out to actually take that gas down.
And that is definitely a good use of the drone there, because right now Pahjuh is at 22 supply and he still hasn't put down that second gas, and now he is doing it. Definitely want to have that gas earlier, because unlike in PvT, you want to get that sentry out as fast as that second sentry out as fast as humanly possible.
Definitely.
Which he is able to do, but as that sentry starts to come out, he is going to find himself hard pressed to be getting a third sentry out. As you can see, he has 62 gas, and he's going to have to wait a tiny bit longer for that third sentry.
The expo for Pahjuh also only a few seconds behind the expo of Pinna. A third gateway placed down at the last minute to deny that Ling scouting information into the main. Very well done by Pahjuh. The expansion is being saturated
Definitely.
very well by Pinna, while Pahjuh hasn't started mainarding anything over yet, so he will be waiting. Yes, there are a couple of probes moving their way over now. Additionally, Pinna has taken guys off gas. He does have an odd number of gas in the bank. He has 68 in the bank, so I think he probably just forgot to take his guys off gas initially when he got that link speed.
He did have a single drone mining gas for a while, I think, after he got link speed.
Okay.
He maybe it was an accident, maybe it wasn't. I don't know. But I think a cool thing to note is that the hatchery did go up just a couple seconds before that Nexus which just goes to show the kind of trade-offs you have to make. If he hadn't put that drone on the pylon, then it would have taken much longer to get that expo down.
Yes.
And that is the sort of trade-off that you make in this game.
There is a Roach Warren going up now, and he's put guys back in gas to start getting that gas once again. There's a Spine Crawler going up, but I don't know if it'll arrive, if it'll be able to finish before. It definitely won't be able to finish before these gateway units hit. It'll be very interesting to see whether these sentries can deal enough damage.
That spine crawler is not going to be of much use.
Oh.
He's going to force field the ramp, and he's actually going to go.
Oh, very nice force fields.
Try and do some damage here. There are 2 queens, which is a fairly lucky break for Pinna, as the sentries will be able to do little but tickle that last queen. That said, the queen is going down in due time, and he's going to have to pull drones.
And the drones are doing their very best to hold these sentries off, and sentries, of course, much more expensive than drones. I think Pinna did very well to hold that off, but it was a very good attack by Pahjuh. Ooh, there are zealots in the main.
Very good hold by
there are zealots in the main. There is a pylon down here, and I don't know if he actually got any worker kills. Let's check. 1 worker kill for Pahjuh. Not the end of the world, but he did allow. That was very sloppy play by Pinna to allow that pylon to go up in his main.
Indeed it was. That is definitely not the best use of your Overlord spread. As you can see, he does have an Overlord. He has 5 Overlords as his natural, and that is not a very settling sight to realize there was a pylon hidden in your man, while there were Overlords in your natural that could have been keeping your base locked down.
Definitely. There's also a Stargate going up for Pahjuh, who is supply blocked, but there he's supply blocked again. But Pahjuh is going to be throwing up a Stargate, and there's really not much Pinna can do to deal with a Void Ray harass right now. The Queens both very low on health. They definitely won't be able to hold off an attack, but there is a large army of Lings and Roaches moving across the map.
I personally feel like on Shattered Temple or Metalopolis, in maps with close by air spawns, as close by air as this, I feel like you just can't afford to do a build without a relatively fast Evo chamber, somewhere in the 60 supply maybe, a relatively fast Evo chamber or a lot of queens, because you almost definitely are going to see some kind of airplay. It is just too easy to do damage with that stuff, and I just don't know.
Engagement in the natural. Pinna unpowering both of the gateways there with his Roaches. Pahjuh doing very well with his force fields, but the Zealots finally going down. Spawning in a couple of more, but the Zealots are down. The sentries are doing very, very badly here. They're almost out. They are all out of energy. There will be no more force fields in this engagement. The Void Ray comes out.
Sentry with the Roaches, and it is going very, very badly for Pinna. Finally, the Void Ray going to pop out and deny some of these Roaches. Fully charged, it is going to get its kills.
Good force field on the ramp.
A brilliant force field, going to be saving those sentries' lives.
Of course, though, it does take a very long time for a Void Ray to take down Roaches. Roaches being very, very robust, of course, and he's not even focusing down the weaker ones. And 5 Roaches will still be able to push into the main. How much damage will they do? There's a second Void Ray on the field, though, and he's started making a third already.
Indeed, he is certainly taking his sweet time focusing down that Roach, but at the same time, check out the main here. He has the Evo Chamber, the Spore Crawler, and everything getting up. He is getting his lair, and he is not getting an additional queen as of yet. He does have 3 queens, which will be fairly good for focusing down these Void Rays, but he has to get those queens in his main, and he's not doing that fast enough. I felt like he certainly wasted a lot of time. He's going to lose the queen. That is a huge loss for
The queens
Pinna.
do not have enough energy to transfuse each other, and these Void Rays should be able to take the queens out relatively easily.
3 Void Rays definitely going to be good against 2 queens. Manages to get the decharge on the Void Ray. That is definitely good for Pinna. He has to get in range of the Spore Crawler, which he does, but he's going to lose the queen.
Oh, and he's gotten that third base up and mining, but he has a massive drone lead. The question is, can Pahjuh do enough damage to equalize that?
That is indeed a very good question. He is doing very well for himself as far as economy goes, but at the same time, he only has 1 queen to boot. He does not have enough to save this lair. The Void Ray is focusing down, fully charged on the lair, and
a 4th Void Ray coming in.
Another Void Ray coming in.
This could be GG. He's been microing incredibly well. He's been microing enough that the Void Rays are not really taking any permanent damage. They've just been taking damage to the shields, which of course do regenerate, and he will be focusing down this lair.
Absolutely, he will. And yeah, and you've got note that there are 3 stalkers next to the potential 4th of Pinna. Let's see what they will be doing. Probably not very much. And the Voider's going to pull back, probably going to go take the Stalkers with them next time they try to go in for an attack. And that might actually work because look at the commitment to air defense in the base of Pinna. He does not have all that many spine crawlers. He doesn't have any spine crawlers, as a matter of fact.
We have seen Pahjuh do some massive droning up, probing up behind that. There is a Void Ray going to be taking out this Hydralisk Den, and there's nothing that can be done about it. There's just not enough creep for this Spore Crawler to get in range. And the worker count, where Pinna had a massive lead, now Pahjuh is absolutely dominating.
Absolutely, and it is never a good situation to have to re-expend your main. He's going to lose his Hydra Den.
Hydra Den goes down.
That's going to be absolutely devastating. Now his only anti-air, his only mobile anti-air has been, I'm not qualifying a Queen as mobile anti-air, as Queens are even slower than Hydras off creep. But his only...
These three Void Rays are going to be moving into the natural, which is now a lair, and there's only one Spore Crawler to defend against three Oh no, there are a couple of Queens. He should be able to hold. He does hold.
Be able to hold.
Oh no, but he's going to focus on the Queens. I don't know if this is a good idea.
He has to get that Void Ray, and he has to pull the Queen back.
The transfusions are good. He will be able to take that. He takes it down very, very well. The transfusion on the Queen, fantastic micro by Pinna as he's able to hold, but this Void Ray in the main is still absolutely wreaking havoc. Going to take out the spawning pool, and of course that Spore Crawler is almost out of health as well.
Yeah, I would.
He might lose this. He might actually lose this Void Ray. He loses that Void Ray. Ooh, that was not good.
That's a huge win for Pinna. But I feel like he does have to either really get some seriously hardcore anti-air in his main, or he has to rebuild all of his tech structures in some other base. He is expanding to his actual third, which will help a lot. But we are finding Pahjuh has expanded to his own third. And this is not a very.
Sorry to interrupt you, but Pahjuh's moving into the large army of stalkers into the expansion of Pinna that has no defense but Spore Crawlers. And there's the Torlolol, no GG from Pinna, but 1-0 Pahjuh takes the lead in this finals. We will see you in game 2. I am Penguin.
And I am Shan.
Thank you for tuning in.